Ever since Vanilla WoW, there always has been one kind of weapon that kinda felt special. The Lightsaber-esqe Swords. Today I will show you every weapon that could be considered as a lightsaber and tell you where you can find them. I think it's up to debate what actually counts as a lightsaber. Is it just something like this, or also like this? What about these? I would say every weapon that is a sword where the only part you should actually be able to grab is the handle counts. So let's begin with the older designs, the vanilla lightsabers. We have T-Boo's Blazing Longsword, a one-handed red lightsaber that can very rarely drop from vanilla endgame content. The best places to farm it are the Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, as well as the Ruins and Temple of Angirash. The Blade of Wizardry is basically the Burning Crusade counterpart, since it can drop in Burning Crusade raids. It's another one-handed sword with a slightly different color. You can also get the Spellfire Longsword in the Slave Pens dungeon from the first boss, Manu the Betrayer. This one has a blue color. And the blue color also exists as a two-handed sword, the Very Lightsaber, and it's a reward in the Gnome starting zone. Yuck, I know. To get the actual weapon you have to do it as a warrior, but you would unlock the Transmog with any character. You can also use different weapon illusions to give them cooler color variations, which gives you a huge variety of lightsabers. Then we also got these lightsabers, which I like to call the Phantom Blades, since the first of these was actually called Phantom Blade and can be crafted by blacksmiths with 270 skill in classic blacksmithing. There's also a red version, the Fiery Vengeance, for which you need 300 skill in classic blacksmithing. The Ethereum faceplate can be bought from Dila Jadian in the Stormspire in Neverstorm. Renataki's Soul Slicer is somewhat of a forgotten version of these. It can drop from the boss Renataki, which is one of 4 bosses that can spawn in Zul'Gurub at the Cache of Madness. This event requires 225 skill in archaeology, so you can't simply go there. Then you need to be lucky to get the correct boss fight and also be lucky to actually get the weapon. For the Continuum Blade you need a revert reputation with the Keepers of Time. Then you can buy it from Allurmi in the Caverns of Time. The Pilfered Ethereal Blade is a reward for doing the quest Declawing Doomclaw, which can be accepted in the zone of Neverstorm in Outland at Mama Wheeler. In the Hellfire Citadel raid on Draenor you can get your hands on the Mindbender's Flame Blade, which exists in 3 different colors. Also in the zone of Karesh you can get a black and white version of this weapon, the Face Lost Scimitar, by collecting these orbs while face diving, a mechanic unique to the zone. A world drop from BFA is called T-Boo's Scorching Straight Sword, a clear homage to T-Boo's Blazing Longsword and pretty much an HD version of it. It's pretty rare and can reach high prices on the auction house. In the Shadowlands we got some new, more traditional lightsabers. The Blade of Grievous Harm can drop from Zolfax the Sentinel, the first boss in the Tazavesh dungeon. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but I'm pretty sure this is an homage to General Grievous. I mean, they look pretty similar. He also has a blue lightsaber. The weapon is called the Blade of Grievous Harm. A lot of coincidences in my opinion. Then in the zone of Zereth Mortis in the Shadowlands you can also get 4 other color variations of this one from rare mobs. The Anima Siphoning Sword is purple and can drop from the Engulfer. The Enlightened Botanist Machete can drop from the Gluttonous Overgrowth. Xyrath's Signature Saber can drop from Xyrath. And Herocon's Radiant Reach can drop from Herocon. Before we go to the final weapons I see as actual lightsabers, here are some honorable mentions. The weapons from the Sepulchre of the First Ones. The one-handed sword from Senath in the Vault of the Incarnates. And due to the insane glow, the Scimitar of a Sirocco from Archaeology. And finally we have the two-handed swords from the Manaforge Omega raid that can drop from Forge Weaver Aras. And that's all the lightsabers in the game. As I mentioned before, many of these can be heavily altered by using weapon illusions. If you are interested in those, I have another video you might be interested in. Shout out to the channel members. I hope to see you next time. Until then, see you!